I'm starting my chipotle cilantro lime rice. I think that's the way you say it. And I got a half a cup of wild rice in here and 1 cup of water. And I'm going to bring this to a boil. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to turn it down on simmer, cover it, and then leave it cook for about 25 minutes while I get my other stuff going. In a large baggie here, I have 5 pork chops that are about 3.5 ounces each, 3 to 3.5. And inside the bag, I'm going to put 1 heaping teaspoon of garlic, also inside there, I'm going to put a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of paprika, and a teaspoon of chili powder. And I'm going to add that all to the bag. Also going to add some salt and some pepper. Don't have to really measure it. Maybe about a half a teaspoon. I have to put you down to put the salt in. Last thing I did, guys, was I zested 1 lime. Put the zest in there along with the lime juice of 1 lime. And now I'm going to close this up and just kind of shake it up. Make sure it's all well marinated. Let that marinate while your rice cooks for 20 minutes. There it is, guys, all nice and coated. I'm going to stick that in the fridge for 20 minutes. For our side vegetable, we are going to have beets. I boiled these 2 nights ago. I got these at the farmer's market and I boiled them that night. What I did was I just cleaned them off, left the skin on them, cut them in smaller pieces, put them in a pan of boiling water, let them boil until they're fork tender. Sometimes it can take a few hours to let them boil till they're tender. And then once they're done and tender, I let them cool completely. I peel the skin off of all of them and then I stick them in the fridge. I don't cut them up until I'm ready to actually fry them up. And now I got 2 teaspoons of butter in there for 4 smart points, and that's all that I have in there. So this whole pan of beets is 4 smart points. It's going to be shared between my husband and I, and there'll probably be a serving left over because I don't eat that many. He eats more than I do. So these are really good. And I just salt and pepper them, and that's it. The rice is almost done. Okay, my pork chops are on the plate ready to go. I did spray the pan with a little bit of spray and just slap the pork chops on there. And I'm still cooking the beets. You got to really watch these close. I have it on medium heat. So you want it to kind of fry and sizzle a little bit and brown up a little, but you don't want it to burn, so you got to keep stirring these a lot. They smell so good, you guys. This can also, if you don't like beets, you can also make like any other type of vegetable with your dish. I was going to make broccoli and just put it right on the pan with the pork chops, but we needed to use up the beets, and we love beets, so this is a perfect side for this. Alright guys, the point breakdown of all of this stuff is these are going to be 1 point per serving because of the butter. These are 5 points per chop, so 5 points per chop. And then the rice is, you're going to get about 3/4 cup for 3 smart points. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 smart points for this huge dinner. Not too bad. This is really good too. You get a lot of food. Okay guys, I got my 3 tablespoons of cilantro, 1/4 cup. We like a lot of cilantro, so I'm just going to grab it up and throw it in my bowl here. And I'm going to mix this up. I did put a juice of 1/2 lime in here already. When I get this all stirred up, I'll show you what it looks like. And 3/4 cup is a serving. That's 3 smart points. No oils or anything in there. And then this is what your beet should look like. You can see the charring kind of going on there. Just a light little char, and that's what you want in here. And this is done, so I'm going to take this off. I got the burner turned off. I'm going to cover it up until the pork chops are done. The pork chops are in. They have about 11 minutes left to go. We'll show you the full dish plated up after this. This is dinner. This was only 4 points. It was a lot smaller than the other one, so 3 points, so 7, and then 8, 1 for the beets, so 8 points total. It's fantastic, guys. The rice with the pork chop, take a little rice and a piece of pork chop. So good. Really, really delicious. I definitely recommend this. Especially the rice is really good. And the beets are good too. It's all good. Great flavoring on the pork chop. So this is definitely a thumbs up. We will make this again for sure.